Hey y'all, how's it going? Well, some of you on my Facebook group page already know this, but we have been transitioning our interior of our home to a little more farmhouse, country style. It's been rather French country, or my husband calls it elegant country. But all the finishes and such in the house were fairly dark. And last year we had to do some ceiling work in our living room because we had had a water leak in our attic and it had messed up the sheetrock. And y'all know that my Randy man is a sheetrock man, a drywall man, the very best there is. But he did not want a sheetrock ceiling anymore in that living room. Plus it had had a faux finish on it that was a little darker, which also made the room look darker. So we decided to go with a shiplap wood, and here's some images of that. After we made that change, we decided, we really just need to lighten everything up. And I'm going to try to remember to diligently take before pictures as I move forward, because I have already forgotten to do that in two places. One of them is here in our foyer. I did have a luster stone finish. I grabbed some pictures off of some videos at Christmas time last year so that you could kind of see what the finish in here looked like. But this is what it was. And this is what it is now. We simply painted over it, and it was kind of interesting because it even picked up the texture of the troweling that I had done with the luster stone. I think you can kind of see it here. I did all the cut in, and now the Randy man is rolling. First coat, it'll take two. This color is Sherwin-Williams HGTV, I think, color called Frappe, and I really love it. So we completely changed what we had going on in here. The door that we have from my old Phobis store from my office is still here and will stay here as our hall tree. Here's an image of it. But on this side, I had a silk screen that was kind of oriental, and it was 4 panels, and I had liked it because it was in my dad's office, and so it was a good memory of him. But that just really didn't fit with what we were doing now, so it's left out, and we created this. And you may have watched a recent video of how we made these little boxes here, kind of my own weird creation. But they also light up, which looks nice at night too when I turn off the light. So the next change was in our little hall that we come in and out of all the time. We really don't come through the front door very much. So it too was a dark finish. It was a designer metallic mixture that had also been waxed with a darkened bry wax. And again, I only have a tiny little picture of what it looked like, so I'll throw that up. Now on the end of that hall, we'll move on and I'll show you what used to hang there and what hangs there now. I had this again, something I had from my store, and I liked it, and it was beautiful on that wall that had kind of all these little colors in it. But again, it's not very fitting of country style. It fit great with like the French, country French, but now we're going a little bit different. So I made something for Randy, and the reason it is meaningful to him and to, well, really the whole family, is because this quote that is on this picture here was something his grandfather told him continuously growing up, and Randy's never forgotten it. Not only has he never forgotten it, he lives by it, and he's been known to tell people when they ask him how you get through life and problems that occur, he's been known to tell them this: keep your eyes on God, hands to the plow, feet on the ground. You know, that's really a profound message if you think about it. Eyes on God. Jesus tells us to look up, to look to heaven, to follow in his footsteps. That's your first priority, eyes on God. But we do live in the world and have to deal with the world, so how do we do that? Well, hands to the plow means you work hard. And then lastly, feet on the ground. You stay humble. And if you do those things, eyes on God, work hard, stay humble, you can get through life. This picture, and I will zoom in for you here, it's not Randy's grandfather. I couldn't find a really good quality image of him, but Randy said it looks very similar to him. I found it online, and then I used a photo program, 2 different ones, to turn it to a black and white, kind of a sepia really tone, and then I used another program called Canva to fade it out, make it a little more transparent. And then I got to use my wonderful Cricut maker to cut the letters out of brown vinyl. I love the phrase. Randy's been known to tell his workers that too. Of course, he also tells them, if you're going to kill time, work it to death. So there's that. Our couch is not new, but it's really very comfortable. So to update it, I just changed the 5 pillows. Actually had to take them apart, and I found some additional new material to put on the front side. I really like how it turned out. It brightened up the couch quite a bit. This little cushion that I had made for this iron seat years ago is still in good shape, but I didn't like the colors. There was too much burgundy in the tweed and in the fringe. So I made a new cushion and a new pillow. This little alcove area where we have our spiral staircase that goes down to the basement, it's also changed. Now I've had this mirror here since we moved in, and I forgot to take the before picture, but what used to be on it was this eucalyptus wreath. Randy honestly hated that wreath. I liked it, but he never did. He said it was a dust collector, and it was hard to clean, but it was a little challenging to figure out, well, what do I want to do here? Should I just leave the mirror blank? I like having something on it. Anyway, we both liked this little metal windmill, so that's a replacement, and it will stay a lot cleaner. This picture over here to the right, that's really the only one I have. but I changed it to, because there was too much red, and we switched it to this beautiful picture of the wheat. Here's a nice close-up of the picture. Well, I'm going to end part 2 here with just a little recap of some pictures, and to include the barn doors that we did when we built in our pantry. Stay tuned for part 3 as we continue to update the dining room area with new curtains, new cushions. Onward and upward.